Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Resonant Rise 3 with me, NetherTrey. This is episode 29 and today I want to start working on something that is going to help us with our power storage situation. So we're actually going to use something from Draconic Evolution and it's called an energy storage multiblock. And it's made with a bunch of blocks. We're going to need some of these particle generators, we're going to need an energy core, and we're going to need a lot of redstone blocks and draconium blocks. And we want to make the largest tier possible. So that's this one. And it's made just like this graph is showing us. We're going to need 328 blocks of redstone, which is no problem. We already have that. And 218 draconium blocks. Now that's a problem. We're only about halfway there. And once this thing's finished, it'll hold 2.14 trillion RF, which is a crazy amount of power that I don't think I've ever seen. I have built one of these in a previous game and never even got close to filling it up. So that's what we're going to try to do. So if we go in our little ME storage system here, we'll see that we have 360 blocks of redstone. So we've already got what we need there. But draconium, we have 159 blocks, we need 218. Still waiting on the draconium to come in from the end, which we are still mining very quickly. We are not keeping up with how fast it can go at its maximum potential. If we fly back up here to our current energy storage, you'll see it's completely drained, and every bit of power that we're producing is being pulled out and sent to mine the end island. So that's going. I also did some work on the underground here where our power production level is, and I keep picking up bat poop. There's like bats everywhere. I gotta figure out what to do about these bats. But this is basically where our energy storage is going to be. Now this is a huge multi-block. As you can see, it's going to take up a lot of space. In the very center here is where the energy core goes, and then we need redstone all the way around it. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of redstone and then 1 layer of draconium, so it will actually reach all the way up to here. It will go out this way as well. It won't go all the way out to here. This is where the particle generators need to be, and they point towards the center of the multi-block. So that's how large it's going to be. There's going to be a little bit of space in here. This only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'll only go out to about here, and the particle generators go all the way out here. So we can actually clip this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can clip it right here. And you'll get a better idea of how this thing's going to look. Now these will shoot a beam into the energy storage multi-block. That looks really cool. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make the energy storage multi-block. So we need an energy core, which is this guy, and he's not exactly cheap either. He needs a wyvern core, which we should have everything to make. We do. We're going to need 2 of these wyvern energy cores, which means we're going to need a couple more of these. We're actually out of draconium ingots, so let's see. We're going to need, what do we have so far? So we still need these guys, which means we need, so we're going to have to take some of our draconium blocks and turn them back into ingots to get this going. So we'll just take 2 of them out and turn them back. So there's one of those guys. I need another one of these. There's the other one of those guys. And then we're going to craft our energy core. We're also going to need 4 particle generators, which are made like this, which means we're going to need 4 more draconic cores, which means we're going to need more draconium. So let's do 2 more of these. For those, and that should make us 4 of these. Cool. And we are going to take our particle generators and we're going to stick them right here on the end where this last cobblestone is, because they have to be within 10 blocks of the core of the energy storage multi-block. Break this guy. These particle generators actually do some pretty cool things on their own, but we're using them as part of the multi-block. Maybe we'll play with what they do later. They're basically cosmetic. Alright, so we've got those guys set up, and we're going to put our energy core right here where this dirt block is. Just like that. Take all this cobblestone out of here. Now, in order to get this guy going, I think all we have to do, whack it with a wrench. Invalid configuration. I don't know if that's because we still have cobblestone here. There we go. Yep, the cobblestone is in the way. So this, in its current condition, will hold 45 million RF. Which is already a lot. It's not quite as much as our system upstairs holds. It holds 50 million right now. But that's without upgrading this guy at all. And you can do a lot of upgrading. And I think we're going to have to break this in order to turn it off. Yeah. So that will shut it down effectively. Now I'm going to have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this guy will go in spot number 10. So what I'm going to do for right now is go ahead and set up the redstone blocks around it, because that takes a little while, and it is a sphere, which is a little bit complicated. So I'm going to go up here, yeah, here, and we're going to get our redstone blocks. And here we go. So I believe that will do it for now until we get our Draconium blocks going. So let's see how we're doing on Draconium. $159. So we've still got a while to go because we need 218. So we are going to let this project... Actually, I've got a better idea. Let's take a trip to the end. See if we can manually mine some some Draconium to get this project finished up. So here we are in the end again. If we fly over here where our mining apparatus is going, you'll see it's replacing all the dirt, or it's replacing all the end stone with dirt, but it's not only replacing it with dirt, it's replacing it with grass blocks on top, which is kind of cool because that means we can potentially like make an actual base here in the end and have grass available. I think it's its own separate biome, so I don't think like cows and sheep and stuff will spawn, but we can always bring them here, which would be kind of cool. So maybe we'll get into that at some point, but for now, let's just see if we can find some Draconium that's easy to pick off, like down here. So this storage system, like I said, is going to hold 2.14 trillion RF, which is a ton of power. And you might be thinking, why would you ever need to hold that much power? You probably don't, but we're going to find some ways to use it. I want to build bases on other planets, and depending on how many other planets I build bases on, I may need a lot of power to run everything and all of them. I also want to make other dimensions in with the RF Tools mod, and I'm debating how I want to structure further series for my Let's Play, because I know most people, they just start a brand new world when new mods come out, or maybe not even when new mods come out, just with a new pack or the game updates. I will probably do that eventually, but depending on how quickly videos come out or how long I want my seasons to be, I may just have a new season be starting fresh on a new planet or in a new dimension. That way we still have all of our old progress if we ever want to go back and visit it or anything like that, which I think would be kind of a cool way to go about it. Now obviously this wouldn't be that easy to update, especially considering I modified the pack, and it could break a lot of mods and create a lot of issues basically, but we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I am going to keep mining Draconium, sending it back to base where it is auto smelting now, and I'll let you know when I have enough to move forward with this build. So guys, I'm flying around in the end here, way far away from the island, because I wanted to see if I could find more Draconium, or maybe a meteor that's out here that I could find more Draconium in, and I came across this tower. This is a dungeon part of the Hardcore Ender expansion, and these things are kind of cool. They spawn an absolute ton of Endermen and have a bunch of loot in them. So there's a couple anvils here. I don't really want to take those. There's some Enderman heads. There's some potion stands that have some potions in them. I'm not going to take any of those. There's bookshelves, Enderman spawners, or monster spawners. I don't think, no, they don't give broken spawners the way the vanilla ones do, so that's not going to help us. That'd be really nice because there's a lot of them here. The dispenser with nothing in it, a death flower. They do something for Hardcore Ender expansion, but I don't remember what it is. You can hear a lot of screaming because on the top of these towers there's a lot of Endermen. Oh shoot. I'm not going to bother trying to go up through the tower. I'm just going to go in from the outside so I can show you guys. Actually, can I break through here? You can see there's a lot of Endermen spawning already. We'll let them all fall off the edge. This is a good way to get Ender Pearls. Yeah, and when you look at the top, there's just a ton of them. There's also a boss here, and he's right there. Ooh, he's gonna kill me, actually. We're just gonna fly away from him a little bit. We might need our full-on Draconic armor before we take on that guy. So we'll let our health come back a little bit. Our sword still has plenty of energy. So here's a biome that's part of the Hardcore Ender expansion. I don't remember what this one's called, but it's got a bunch of weird-looking Endermen in it. You can actually get inside of this, and there's some blocks in here that are part of the Hardcore Ender expansion mod, but I don't know exactly what they do. I'll have to do some more research on these. I'm not sure if there's even like an actual real way inside, because I usually just break in through the obsidian. So we're not going to mess with that right now. So I'm going to continue looking for Draconium, and if I find anything else cool, I'll be back. So guys, here's another biome from the Hardcore Ender expansion. And as you can see, it's got a bunch of spawners down here, which are just kind of spawning monsters into the void, which is kind of weird. So I'm going to break these. There's some weird monsters in there that are part of the Hardcore Ender expansion mod. Whoa. Some kind of spiders or something. A louse. So we're going to let them fall to their deaths, and we're going to break these spawners from the outside. Ravaged brick apparently is really hard to break, so we're not going to bother trying to break that. But we're going to take this Draconium. Let's have a look up here and see what's going on in this place. What is this? Indium ore. Okay. We're getting all kinds of unlocked pages from Hardcore Ender expansion for discovering things that are part of this mod. What are the kind of trees are these? Spooky logs. Don't know what they're for either. Let's get rid of some of this junk. Infested endstone. Noises going on. Stuff moving around. Some clouds down there. More of that weird brick. That one looks like it's a little bit discolored. And then those are probably the louses, and they sound creepy. Well, let's see if we can actually break through this. It looks like we will be able to. It just takes forever. Yep. Kill that guy. Let's see if we can get inside here. Might as well do some adventuring, right? Oops. Wow, it looks like some of these can teleport. The purple ones, anyway. Let's see if we can get to these spawners. I don't know if they're shooting the webs or if these webs are already here. I didn't see them shooting it. They spawn so fast. I don't know how you're supposed to get in here and break these spawners. In the herd a little bit. And yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to break the spawners. progress. Alright, so I think we've got all those spawners. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this garbage. Rune of Power. Alright, so we got a lot of these lice guys, silverfish. There we go, dead silverfish. We should be relatively safe for a second. End powder. We got a music disc. That's not a vanilla one. Glowing ravaged brick. I'll take all this stuff, why not? Send it all to the safety of home. Let's see if there's anywhere else to go here. Okay. So if we go this way, we get a bunch of Endermen. Another chest, a bunch more glowing ravaged bricks, some books, some more end powder, ender pearls of freeze, and more ravaged brick. So a lot of this stuff, I don't know what it does. I saw something about the ender pearl, like you can enchant ender pearls with different abilities so they do things when they land. So that's one of those, I'm sure. Whoa, they climb really fast. This place is kind of cool. Looks like we got another one of those spawning rooms. Yeah, just a small one. What do we got in here? Some more spawners. Whoa. Bunch more of the same stuff. Dead end. Whoa. Our sword is gonna run out of juice soon. The equipment from Draconic Evolution doesn't hold a whole lot of power. Whoa. That's cool. Then the solution for that is those Draconic energy cores, or whatever they're called. They actually hold power that will be transferred to your items as they need it. So if we're going to be doing a lot of adventuring like this, we may want to invest in one of them. Now we got a treasure room. Gotta break these spawners first, though. Luckily, it doesn't appear that they're able to do enough damage to get through my armor. But my sword is now just about broken. And it looks like it may be broken out. Yeah, sword's out of power, so we are gonna have to bail. Pick up a bunch of this experience. There we go. This is really cool, actually. I did not expect these dungeons to be so interesting. What is this? A lapis block? So let's see if we can find our way back to that area where we came down. Because I'd like to set a point to teleport back here. But I don't want to do it where I'm going to teleport into a ton of mobs just trying to eat me alive. Must have been back this way somewhere. This will be good enough, I guess. We'll just call it a red end dungeon, just because I don't even know what else to call it. And we'll lock that. And we're going to go back to our server room. Let's see how much Draconium we have. 317 ingots. 35 more blocks. So we're getting close. We need 218, I think I said. And we're at 194. So we're only off by like 24 blocks, which is a lot of ingots. So let me recharge my gear and we'll get ready to head back. So guys, we've actually hit the wrapping up point on this episode, about 32 minutes. So I'm going to call it there for this one. But in between episodes, I will continue to mine Draconium, get ready to make a way to store power for our Draconic tools. And next episode, we will hopefully finish off this power storage system and then go back to that dungeon and see what we can find in that treasure room. So hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Like if you liked the episode, subscribe if you want to see more, and see you next time.